Hey, what's up, y'all? It's YORO, and I'm checking out more Thunderbolt Fantasy. So again, shout out to Amir Kurome for requesting these reactions. Thank you again for that, as well as leaving a comment on the last video. Same with Unit and all as well, explaining different things about the show, especially how to say the names in their Japanese versions, because the subtitles have their original translations or original like Taiwanese names. But of course, with the Japanese dub, it's like they're saying completely different names. So I'm like trying to listen while also like trying to stay, paying attention to everything. Made things a little difficult. So I thank you guys very much for that. I got them on a little notepad thing over here so I can just look over and be like, ah, right, that's their name. It's always cool to learn like which voice actors in whatever new show I'm watching that I've heard in other things as well. So seeing all the ones that have been in like Fate stuff, and even Tan, learning that she is Ryugu Rena's voice actor, from Higurashi. It's like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. Betsu, our bad guy, Gilgamesh from Fate, and it makes sense why he has such a good evil laugh in this character. It's like, yeah, that checks out. Sho is in fact Archer from Fate Stay Night, so I'm happy that that turned out to be true. And I think someone did tell me that before. I think that's why that clicked in the last episode, as well as finally being able to hear it. And apparently there's also like a special, like a little crossover thing that they did have with Fate Grand Order and this show that I got linked. I'm not going to check it out yet, even though I'm pretty sure I was told I was fine to. But I have a feeling, based on what was implied to me, like they did do the thing with those characters, with our pro tag and Archer. So that's pretty cool. Definitely excited to check that out when that comes around, as well as the before broadcast TV special that I do see on Crunchyroll. It has it listed as episode 0. I was wondering before, I was like, they probably don't want me to start reacting to that one, so I kind of just left it there. But I will check it out, whether I do a reaction to it or not. I'll more than likely just watch it on my own sometime here. I guess it's fine to just watch it now, just so I can get more of the behind the scenes stuff about that. But apparently they have stuff like that in the movies too, so that'll be cool either way. If anyone didn't read Amir's comment on the last video, I highly recommend, because they talk about how normally in how Pili does their traditional puppet shows, it's normally one voice actor for the whole cast, for the narration as well, because that's how they do it, how it's done traditionally, these puppet shows. But for this show, even in the Taiwanese version, all the female characters did have their own voice actresses, but all the male characters that in narration was one voice actor. So it was partially true for that. And of course, for this Japanese stuff, we have this all-star cast, like for every character, you know what I mean? And the other thing is the Nenpaku, the Nyanbai. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly in its original form there. But the little soliloquy, so like in the first episode when Betsu was coming down and I was like, God, that's another aspect, a traditional aspect of Chinese opera, where it's that soliloquy, like when a character comes in, or it establishes them as a character, their motifs and motivations. The same thing in episode 2 with Sho and Shu. Very cool, and especially that Urobuchi himself wanted to preserve that tradition, so he kept the Nenpaku in this Japanese version. So again, shout out to Urobuchi for doing that, for making sure that happens. I think that's very cool, Last thing before we talk about what happened last time and jumping into next episode was about the puppet work itself. So I was kind of wondering about that, and I was like, with these being puppets, I was like, oh, this has to be like, crazy, like the process for which they did it. But I didn't know exactly, of course, and I still intend to watch that special. There's a dog barking outside. But yes, this is my favorite part. So basically anything that isn't obviously CG in the show, so like, the chi effects and special attacks or whatever, like anything that's not that is all practical effects, including the puppets exploding, the blood, wind, dust, the damage. So when somebody explodes, that's like the actual puppet, the handcrafted puppet blowing up into a bunch of pieces. And apparently, like for every major character, they have like 3 to 10 puppets like prepared in these cases, which is fucking amazing. So yeah, I do need to watch that special. More than likely, again, I'll probably just watch it on my own sometime here. Maybe after I watch this episode, I'll just chill and have a lunch and just watch that. I think that would be cool, so I can get more context about how crazy this is. But yeah, just learning that is like fucking insane, that this whole show that they have to do it like that, of course, because they're puppets. But it's like, that's like even crazier than I thought, including the explosions, the blood splatter, like all that's practical. Crazy, so because it makes it even crazier the amount of work that gets put in. Like, it's just even more insanely impressive, that amount of work, combined with the fact that it works so well as a show, that obviously they've been doing these traditional puppet shows and doing puppet shows, for a long time. So, they have the art of it. I'm down pat, I'm sure. Like, this is it's like this is what they do, you know, so it's not a wonder that they do it so well. But it's like, man, to see it in like this kind of show, like the way they do it, and like to fuse all these elements together, it's like a perfect storm. Like this is the most unique like show I've ever seen in that sense, and I feel so lucky that it's like, man, that I enjoyed so much, that it's so good, and excitement about where it could go, you know. So and that's where we're pretty much at. Because yeah, like the campiness, the over the topness, but Urobuchi's writing shining through, as you put it, Amir. Like that is like, that's what I love, you know. I love when shows get crazy, and I love, like, you know, even Kill la Kill, even like Gurren Lagann, but when they have like that depth to them, still, you know, especially here with Urobuchi, like of all people that could be writing, you know, you're going to get something very meaningful and interesting from his writing. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. And last time, oh boy, at the very end, our Archer boy, who's voiced by Emiya Kiritsugu's voice actor, I was like, oh shit, cool, so badass, was threatening Sho at the very end. It was about to shoot him, and I think he let the shot go at the very end. That was like the last frame. So I'm thinking he's like testing him or wants to fight. I don't know. Does he want to fight him? Does he want to test his own ability against him? Like what's going on with this guy Shu? You know, the legendary archer, as we learned. You know, they know him. You know what I mean? When he was fighting against our evil girl Ryo. See, I'm already referring to the list of names over here. It's gonna be very helpful. It's gonna take a couple episodes to memorize all the way, since, you know, I'm not seeing them in the subtitles. But when he was going against Ryo, I was like, bro, like this is just ridiculously amazing. Again, that moment where he overestimated her being the only reason she lived, like that is so beautifully like ridiculous and amazing. I was like, dude, this is so good. So that's the question. What is this legendary archer? Like, what is his interest in Sho, especially along with his brother, the goofy ass Lancer boy, Ken? You know, because he jumped in, you know, he wanted to see him, and I think he mentioned how, you know, Shu wanted to run into him first and kind of like check him out, you know. So might be as simple as just wanting to test their ability against him, you know, Shu wanting to do that, or testing him. I don't know, you know, we'll see very quickly, since that was the last thing that happened. But yeah, that shit was so fucking cool, man. Hopefully they get a good rematch in the future. But another thing that I noticed while I was editing that I missed while reacting is that apparently the Bones of Creation, Betsu Tengai, has already collected other swords like the one he's after, you know, from our girl Tan. He's trying to get, obviously, her piece so that he can unlock the magic in the shrine to retrieve the blade and to reconstruct the sword. I think he mentioned that he wanted to add it to his collection, you know, so clearly like this wasn't his only target, which makes sense. But it's like, damn, you know, I wonder how many times he succeeded in this way, right? It wouldn't be too surprising considering how powerful he is in his reach, and that his lair is like past like these lands in between, like that you have to go on a whole Lord of the Rings journey just to like get through. They're like on the other side of like the fucking of existence and shit, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, he is not going to be happy about Ryo failing, you know. So I don't know, Ryo's pretty ride or die, you know. She's really cool, I like her a lot, I really do. But you know, I don't know if he's gonna let it slide with her. You know, he might just be super hard on her and maybe force her immediately to like go redeem herself or whatever. I don't know, you know, I'm a little worried. But yeah, besides the amazing fights with all those characters, Sho, of course, flat out rejected, you know, protecting Tan and like going with them, because our mysterious smoker boy, who introduced himself as Kicho, very upset. I'm with you, you know. And Sho was like, no, this is not, I don't care to do this, I'm not doing this, right? And so it's just like, no, he was very vehemently against it. But of course, mysterious smoker boy was like, you know, our destiny's the same, we're gonna cross paths again. I'm like, huh? How do you know this? Why are you so sure? You have some degree of omniscience or future sight or whatever, you know? Because I know we got magic in this show. I don't know what the extent of it or the source of it is, or what entails certain people having magic and or these like chi type abilities, you know what I mean? So maybe that's just his, you know, he has that ability. Because he doesn't seem so much like the combat type, but that's a poor assumption to make. You know, I'm sure he could maybe hold his own, because I'm curious how our villain boy knows him, you know, with knowing him as Ryofu Setsujin. You know, so, I wonder if he cut ties with him maybe, or if they've clashed before, you know, if they used to be cool, like, tons of questions there. So wondering about that, why he's so sure about Sho meeting them again. But considering the Genkishu are so on their tails, like Sho's not gonna get away from it. Like, yeah, it's probably a fair thought to say if they don't die, that they're gonna run into each other again. You know, so yeah, either he's very smart or he has some kind of power, or maybe both. But yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Jumping into this next one, more than anything, I'm just having a good ass time watching this show, and that's like my favorite thing ever. That I can just have fun watching this. The fact that it's so campy and over the top and like badass and cool and impressive in its presentation and the like its amazing puppet work. It's like, dude, you know, what a treat, you know. So yeah, that's it. Let's keep going. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Oh, how could I forget the opening? It's a good one. Look at that, man. Really went hard with the filters and lighting and backgrounds and stuff. I love it. On top of the sick puppets. There's the sword. Ooh, let me get my little names popped up back over here. There you go. And who's that? Love that. Probably another one in the Genkishu. A girl. Boom. Hey, Lancer boy, yeah. Lanza. Right where we left off. Uh-huh. Dude. No hesitation. Ah, okay, the fake out. Damn it. I was like, why? Why would he shoot him? Okay. You got me. Yeah, good job, bro. Ken. Oh. Ah. That's it has to be our smoker boy. Yeah. Kicho. Oh my god, just right away, huh? Hello. Huh. Always changing names. Kicho. As usual. Man, he knows some good people. All right. What a squad. A girl done. She pretty. Can't run. Might as well fight together. I don't know. Nope. He doesn't know about his lair. Ooh. Wow. Just straight going there, huh? Makes sense. Yep. Might as well. Oh my god. Just gonna go die, buddy. He's so against teaming up. Maybe he doesn't want them to get hurt? Wrong way. It's true. Like, how are you gonna find them? That was cool. Following me. Yeah, they're all gonna go there anyway, so... Alright, well this works for now. I think something happened to Sho before, obviously, but I think it's he just doesn't want to be involved with other people because of that. Part of the afterlife, dude. Between the human and demon realms. Ah, interesting. Was it yours? I see. Are you the master? Very likely. There you go. That's how he learned how to do that. Got it. All right. A lot of challenges to get in. Got it. They just fly over that shit. Yeah? It's the only way. Valley of the Dead. Oh boy. Spooky. I love it. Do you know it, or do we need a necromancer? Okay, got it. We need to find a necromancer that can perform the requiem. Yeah? Can't be picky about that. Ooh. Alright. Man, my guy knows some people. Valley of the Doll. Huh. Damn. Just a big ass guard. Oh, but it's not a true giant. Ah, it has a source of power. Yeah. Okay. In the nape. Oh god, Attack on Titan. Okay. Yeah. That's right. Okay. Makes sense. You needed him specifically for that obstacle. Wow. Yeah, this is the kind of journey this is. Specialized people. The Labyrinth of Darkness. Dimensions. You get Isekai'd wandering in there. Trapped for eternity. Maho. Soul Echo Flute. Nice. He's the leader. He knows everybody. Yeah. Yeah, honestly. What friends this guy has. Got it. Okay. But damn. We gonna go visit them, see what's up? Yeah. It's gonna come to that. Night Devil Forest. Oh, I think that's part of the title. Like the woman in Night Devil Forest or something. K guy? Damn. Well, they know her. Okay, makes sense for a necromancer. Damn, he's really against it. She's the best. Okay. It makes sense. Yeah. I'm with you, dude. Man. Well, I guess we'll see when we meet her. Ooh. Cleaning her sword. Oh, for a second I thought she was inside. I was confused. Oh. Hmm. Oh, so he really doesn't. Yeah, he can't think this is the case here, though. Wow. Damn. It's just a tool, not a god. Yeah, it makes sense. It would be their custom to not use it at all, even in those circumstances. I mean, yeah, maybe. Whoa, okay. We got a little more insight about how he feels. Whoa, Ken, what the hell? The hell, man? Oh my god. Really? Right? Why she's so desperate? Goodness. Oh my god, that was funny. Of course, he's so into her. Oh my god. Damn. You goof. This dude is Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. But with too much confidence. The frozen wonder of the spear. Not yet, hey. The humility, but he's ambitious, you know. What the hell? Oh boy. Oh boy. Just an illusion. Just a welcome mat. Yes. What the hell? You will face indescribable suffering if you like. Ah, she's just greeting you. Oh, a demon. Okay. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, of course. All right. I like that. Oh god. I hope that's just a rumor. 100 beautiful men. Yeah, those gotta be just rumors. Okay, I guess that's all he needs. Yeah. If that's the case, she might just be hostile. Alright, I mean, we'll see. Okay, it was an automated thing. I was thinking that. That's funny. It's like a little Halloween display. Yeah, that too. Man, this guy is really keeping things moving. Our leader, Kicho. Guard dogs. Oh, there you go. Her dead defenders. Yeah, she is a necromancer. That's smug mouth. Alright, well. Time to do our thing. Yeah, let's see Ken in action. It's really moving like Kukulan. Oh, occupy these pitiful corpses. Let's go. Oh, you better chill. She can handle it. Alright, well that works for him. They got it handled. Tornado clearing. Oh shit. Ooh. Boy's got skills. Makes sense. Just some time to talk. Beat some undead ass while we talk. Let's go. I want to see her do some shit. Strut your stuff. Nice, that was cool. There you go, come on. Ooh. Flowering Night Judgment. Oh my god. That is so sick. So elegant. I love it. I love seeing her, like, do her thing. Attack me as you will. God, she's so cool. I'm so happy she didn't end up being like a damsel, you know what I mean? She's sick. Dragonstorm Strike. At least a dragoon. Sacred Bristle Ward. My god. And the song. Oh, so cool. Ya goof. Nice. Alright. Ooh, there she be. Enigmatic Gale. She's so dramatic. Oh boy. Ah, that was the end. Damn, okay. I completely lost track of time there. Holy crap. Man, I was expecting that whole thing to resolve like in this one episode. I wasn't even keeping track that, oh yeah, I guess episodes end after like 23 minutes or whatever. So yeah, like I was just saying, I'm so glad Tan, and you saw this in the first episode as well when she was holding her own. Obviously it was too much, especially with Betsu coming down. Like her brother really had to like take on the brunt of it, and she had to get away because she had the other piece and everything. That was like a very, very bad circumstance, so she wouldn't have been able to do as much. But you could tell, and I'm glad that she didn't end up being like a damsel in distress, you know, like, oh, I will protect you or whatever, whatever. She's like, no, I got it handled. You know, these are my clan's like techniques. You know, we don't falter in the face of darkness. Like, this is what we do. You know, come bring it. You know, it's like, damn. You know, she's hella cool. I'm so glad that she got that, because yeah, her techniques are like crazy. You know, and it makes sense. She would be trained in those things as a defender. You know, as of the pieces of the sword. You know. And we saw many of those techniques from her brother as well. You know, he did some crazy stuff. And I'm sure she knows a lot of stuff as well, as we can see. So yeah, that was super cool. And definitely the least action we've seen in an episode so far. This episode, you know, a lot of planning, a lot of talking about, you know, what's going on next. A little bit of insight into Sho whenever he was talking to Tan, especially about him not really believing, you know, the gravity or like even the legitimacy of the sword, you know, like he was just like, if it was fake, then if you took it out, then he would have seen it, laughed, and turned back and lost interest. Or if it was real, you could have just taken it out and meted out some divine punishment, you know. So he's thinking in that hyper logical way. And of course, like, yeah, you could of course see what he means when he's like, you should have just used the sword against him if he came for it. But at the same time, of course, you understand their traditions about, you know, not being able to let those go even in the face of those things. Like, it wouldn't be their inclination or their thing to be like, okay, let's take down the seal on the sword and use it, especially if it meant like, if it doesn't work, then he would just take it anyway, you know. Like, considering how powerful the sword is, it probably would have been enough, but, you know, still very risky. So that was an interesting insight into his perspective on things. We had that talk, and Kicho, so really seeing Kicho as like the leader that he is. You know, he talked about how the tower, the Seven Sins Tower, once belonged to a sorcerer, and Betsu used to be like a guard there. I was like, huh, how do you know that? I mean, you could, I guess, know about that, sure. And considering that Betsu, like, well, they theorized that he could have like killed him, and he's like, yeah, that's likely, and that he stole like his knowledge and research, you know, for magic, and it's why he can do the things that he does, especially looking into people's like memories and stuff. But I'm thinking that's our boy Kicho. I think that was his tower. You know, that's why he knows so much about it. That's why he knows so much about Betsu, why Betsu knows him, or why Betsu thought it was funny. Feel like seeing him in that vision, you know. So that's very interesting, you know, that little bit of lore, because that has to be relevant, right? So it must be him, you know. And even though Sho tried to like just go off on his own there, you know, because he wants to settle the score for himself, because they are after him as well. He ended up going the wrong way at first. He's like, you know, you're going the wrong way, and he's like, then he turned around, you know, did the walk of shame to the other way, and then they're like, well, we're all going there anyway, so all right. So then he just ended up going with it anyway. It was gonna work out that way anyway, so he just accepted it. And because of that we got that settled, and we got more of a sense of what they're all gonna be doing, like their objective, which is going through those lands, the 3 obstacles as Kicho described them, which all sounded very interesting. So I'm very much looking forward to how they deal with those, you know, getting our specialized folks. I wonder if they're able to get necromancer lady here, and of course our archer, you know, Shu, if it's going to be as easy, well, not easy, or if it's going to work out the way that Kicho is hoping, where it's like Shu gets the shot on the essentially golem, you know, or if she is able to perform the Requiem and that work, and then they just get past it, you know. I wonder how that's going to work out, if they're even successful at getting her, which I assume they will be. But and of course that person with the soul echo flute, right? Wonder who that is, you know, so we'll see about that. But interesting stuff. So yeah, that was basically this episode, getting learning these things, solidifying their plan, you know, getting together, you know, those talks, and now we're here with necromancer lady. So yeah, that was very much needed. And you know, again, I don't watch shows like for straight action, so the fact that there wasn't much this episode, you know, doesn't even matter to me. But I'm glad that, you know, we kind of established those things, and now we have like this direction going forward. And we still got those badass moments, you know, with Ken and Tan, you know, especially Tan, seeing her come into her own. And I think we could tell Ken was good as much as he talked. You know, we saw how he made his entrance, and, you know, his technique. At least I assumed he was at least good, and of course, like Shu said, he wouldn't have brought him if he wasn't good, you know. So even still, that was hype as hell, you know. So yeah, another good episode, man. But I think that's all I gotta say about this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you have anything you'd want to share, as always, feel free to. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to jumping into the next one, seeing how this resolves with the necromancer. So yeah, that's it. See you next time. Peace.